My name is Charles. As many of you know, I'll be heading back home to Singapore soon to open the first overseas branch of the Decorum. Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode on by the Decorum team on YouTube. Today I'd like to take you through the subject of pocket squares. As many of you are aware as well, pocket squares are something that's very close to my heart. I wear a pocket square pretty much every day, and while many consider the pocket square as something that elevates the formality of an outfit, I see things somehow a little differently. For me, a pocket square is really more of a touch of fun, a pop of color, and it's also a way for you to show a bit of your personality. A pocket square is a very easy thing to incorporate to any outfit. It is essentially a piece of cloth, but very well constructed, of course. And for me, it's also probably the last piece of any accessory I put on to my outfit just before I head out the door. So for today's session, I'd like to take you through just a few sections to it. Firstly, I'd like to guide you through a few of my favorite pieces. These are personal pieces that I've collected over the years. I would also like to walk you through what we have in the store right now, so that the next time you are here in this shop, we could take you through what's currently available as well. A collection from various of our favorite makers. So I'd like to talk about things to look out for when it comes to choosing the right pocket square. There's some things to consider when it comes to material, and also some considerations when it comes to how the edging is done. So I'll go through that, and just last but not least, we'll walk through how do we put the pocket square in and make it look good. As many of you are aware, there are thousands of YouTube videos out there on how to fold a pocket square. The approach I would take is I'm not going that direction, because if you want to know how to fold a square, you can easily refer to many of those channels. But I like to take you through just 3 ways I would have fun with a pocket square. And I sometimes tell people I don't fold, I just make a mess of it. And as long as the mess looks beautiful, I think you're in for the right track. So I'd like to start this next section about my favorite pieces of pocket squares by going with a quote that means something to me. I like to think I came up with it. I tried to Google it, I couldn't find it. I like to think that a jacket without a pocket square is like a house without windows. A pocket square does add a very nice dimension to a well-crafted suit or a jacket. And with that, I'd like to start by showing you a few of my favorites. This is a piece. So this is you could say this started my journey with Decorum. So back in 2017, I was walking along Ari. I was looking out for this very shop, and I met Kun Guy for the first time, and this is my very first purchase from the Decorum. That was 4 years ago, and it's made by Kamakura shirt. I still wear it today. It features a nautical theme. Probably not available now, but a piece that's very close to my heart, that's made of linen. So the next piece I'd like to share with you, this is a vintage piece. It's a gift from Kun Ball. It's believed to be from the 1950s in Shanghai, and it's beautiful because it's a vintage piece. It's fully embroidered. I'm not even sure what the material is, but I do wear it sometimes, and I'll show you how to have fun with this piece later on. And then as I progress along my journey in this whole sartorial community, I started acquiring more pocket squares, and this is one of my favorites. It's from Shibumi, squirrels essentially. So this is made by Shibumi Firenze, owned by our friend Benedict, who comes for trunk shows from time to time as well. So once COVID is over, hopefully we'll be able to welcome Benedict back to this shop, both in Bangkok and in Singapore. And not forgetting Drake's, this is one of my favorite pieces. I like to add a touch of red to some of my outfits, especially on Tuesdays and perhaps on Sundays. It's a very easy piece that's full of red and gold. And if you look closely, it's the motif of dolphins. Drakes are very innovative in their incorporation of very psychedelic prints, as well as animal patterns into pocket squares. Last but not least, probably my most versatile piece. This is from Brycelands, and it's a collaboration between Brycelands and Sevenfold. I got this while traveling with the Decorum team to Tokyo 2 years ago, just before COVID. And the story behind this is that Ethan Newton, who's one of the co-founders of Brycelands, he chose this design because it reminded him of the very same brand of cigarettes he used to smoke while in school. A really good piece. Pretty much every color of the rainbow is in here. A very versatile piece. And if I were to travel on a trip and be able to just bring along one pocket square, this will be it, because you can create so many possibilities with this just one piece. So there you have it, few of my favorite pieces. So now that we've gotten a look at some of my favorites, let's look at what we have in the store right now. So as you know, the Decorum has always an evolving selection of merchandise from various makers around the world. I'd like to take you through what we currently offer, and the next time you do pop by, these may still be around or they may not, and you can expect newer items as well. So let's begin with this piece. Everybody knows that the Decorum is very well known for the Kamakura shirts selection. So with Kamakura shirts, they do products beyond shirts as well. They go into accessories like socks and even pocket squares. So this is a really good piece. I would say a very good entry-level piece, and it's 100% cotton, made in Japan. A white pocket square with a green hand-rolled edge. So this is Kamakura shirts. We also carry a good selection of squares by Simonot Godard. And here you can see a very good piece, a simple, versatile piece with almost some kind of a peach edging as well. And on the subject of Simonot Godard, just want to show you this piece as well. It's a navy piece that has an embroidered edge. So basically what you can, I can picture this going very well with something very light, very summery, perhaps a tan linen jacket. So from Simonot Godard, a very good range. Not forgetting we do have drakes as well. Drakes does not just come in, real colorful selections. There is also this very simple navy plain blue piece with a golden border. So this is a 70% wool, 30% silk by Drake, and I would say this is really versatile. You can style it in different ways, either as a poof or a puff, or even as a TV fold, and I'll go into the various ways of styling a bit later as well. Just moving on, drakes, as we mentioned earlier, drakes are very well known for animal prints, and this, I see buffaloes, not sure if you do, but a very good piece, two very interesting colors, and I think again goes very well with many different outfits. And back to Simonot Godard, a very nice khaki piece, and I see a motif of a skier. And again, this is a piece that is versatile. You could style it in various ways and of the right size as well, not too bulky when you do the finished styling. And last but not least, a very interesting and colorful piece. So this is from our friends from Millet Bridget Henry from the UK. Their designs celebrate the best of the Great British outdoors, and I believe this piece is known as the Stag. So you can see it's the flora and fauna of the Great British landscape, and again a very good piece. And if I could just show you how, perhaps on this double-breasted jacket, chalk stripe jacket that belongs to Guy, I'd like to show you how I can inject a very nice touch of color and a pop of fun to this jacket. And there you go. So when it comes to pocket squares, how do you have fun with it? Let's not talk about folding it, let's talk about having fun. But still, a fold is important. At the very basic, when it comes to, as perhaps you are new to pocket squares or you are wearing pocket squares to the office and you don't want to be seen as someone who's too flamboyant, I recommend what is called a TV fold or a presidential fold. Very simply, take a pocket square and fold it into 4 squares, and just this way, and all you have to do is insert it into your pocket, and there you go. A very simple presidential fold, ideal for more conservative occasions. And if you want to, if you take a TV fold, you can add a twist to it as well. So let me show you with this piece, which is a vintage piece, very easy to use. Rather than folding it squarewards, I go triangular, as you can see here. So simply this way, and I will then try to create some kind of this is still very much a simple fold, but with some accents here. And let's just show you how it goes with what I'm currently wearing as well. So just a slightly different way of creating something simple, an elevated form of a TV fold or presidential fold, but with a bit of a flair. And again, this is ideal for either something vintage or something that's made of cotton, made of linen, or even something like this from Drake. So, and also more ideal for smaller squares. So usually pocket squares are around 34 cm, and in this case, this is probably about 28 cm. So if you have a smaller format, a fold like this might work. And let's go to my favorite way of doing it. I actually learned it from a French colleague when I was working and living in London years ago. I've not seen it anywhere online, and I don't even know what name to call it. So I like to take you through my favorite way of styling a pocket square. This is the approach that I take almost every day with my squares. So basically, it's there's no name for it. I don't even know there is a name. It looks like a puff or a poof. I learned it from a French colleague when I was living in London about 10 years ago. And really, all I do is this: I put a pocket square into roughly half. Don't be too calculated with it. Just have fun. And then capture another half thereabout, and then give it a spiral, bend it over, give it a crescent like a croissant, and then once you're happy with it, put it in your pocket, and voila. So thank you for following this video till this duration, following us this far. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do have a new video almost every Friday. So hopefully it's something that you can start your weekend with as well. And I look forward to welcoming you to the Decorum in Bangkok and also soon in Singapore. And we love to have conversations with you, like-minded people, about all things fun, sartorial, and everything that represents the good life. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you again.